Julia, we have this new statement now coming from Abrego Garcia's attorneys this morning in response to the DOJ's release of those documents from 2019. Fill us in.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Of course, they had a lot to respond to yesterday when all of a sudden these documents were kind of dumped out of nowhere after so much talking. And what they're really saying here is that there needs to be due process. Of course, they've been saying that all along. Take a look at what they've said. They say, to be clear, Mr. Abrego Garcia has never been convicted of a crime. If the government believes there is a legitimate case to be made, it should present that case in a court of law and have a judge review and decide his fate, not on social media. And Ana, we also heard from Vasquez Sura, his wife, who is saying that she's pushing back on this idea that he is violent because they released something she filed. It was for a civil protective order. And when she was alleging possible domestic violence, that was another thing that we saw released yesterday. She has since put out a statement, and I think it's really important to read this one carefully. So I'll read this to you. After surviving domestic violence in a previous relationship, I acted out of caution after a disagreement with Kilmar by seeking a civil protective order in case things escalated. Things did not escalate, and I decided not to follow through with the civil court process. Our marriage only grew stronger in the years that followed. No one is perfect, and no marriage is perfect. That is not a justification for ICE's action of abducting him and deporting him. So, of course, there's a lot that's being put out into public now, both about their marriage and about the arrest. And that's because the Justice Department, in DHS, and of course the White House from the podium yesterday have wanted to paint a very different picture of Abrego Garcia. It's difficult, though, because they can put out documents, and without those actually going through a court of law where someone like his wife would be able to explain, or you would be able to interview the police who arrested him, and for the government to actually have to present their evidence to a judge or to a jury, it's really all just throwing it out to the public and waiting for these kind of reactions. And so what they're asking for here is due process, to bring him back. And if they have enough evidence to remove his legal protection to stay in the United States, they'd like to do that in a court of law.
So, Carol, do these documents that the Trump administration just made public from 2019 related to domestic violence allegations or this, gang affiliation evidence that they claim, or it is evidence, it's not even clear at this point whether it really is. I mean, the DOJ says it is. Do they change the fundamentals of whether or not Abrego Garcia should have been deported?
No, of course it doesn't change the fundamentals. Allegations are allegations, and everyone who's stepped into a courtroom knows that allegations, once subject to cross-examination or denial or opposing facts, often turn out not to be true, or often turn out to be not quite what they were alleged to be. And Julia is quite right. All that is being asked for here is due process. And the Supreme Court has said, give him due process, give these people due process. And that's not a very high bar for folks to meet. I mean, this is the basis of American jurisprudence. You are not deported, you're not put in jail, you're not arrested just based on the thinnest of smoke. So Julia is quite right. All that's being asked for here is due process.
Yeah, at this point, no one's saying that he's totally innocent or can't face deportation, but the administration has already admitted that he was mistakenly deported, that he should not have been deported. Julia, we're also learning more about what information Abrego Garcia's lawyers want now from the DOJ as this process moves forward. What did they say?
Well, it's not clear what they'll get, but I'll tell you what they're asking, because if we got this information, it would shed light not just on Abrego Garcia's case, but really on the whole operation between the U.S. and El Salvador. They're asking for really a copy of the contract between the U.S. and El Salvador, exactly how long these men are supposed to be sent there, what El Salvador is getting in return in terms of compensation. We've heard $6 million. Is that for how many people over what time frame? Of course, we've also heard Trump ask the president of El Salvador to increase his capacity. And recently we've heard President Bukele said he could double that capacity. They're asking for a lot of things, especially as it comes down to under what circumstances Abrego Garcia can be held there, and if he could have access to an attorney to be brought back. Not clear they'll get those answers, but that's what they're asking.
And Kristy, they're asking for depositions as well from the Trump administration officials, including members of ICE, members of the State Department who may have had a hand related to this particular case. What could those depositions reveal?
Well, I think the first step will be who is getting deposed. One of the challenges in this case has really been determining who's involved, who's making the decisions. And every time the judge tries to ask those questions, she gets answers from the DOJ attorney that I don't know. I don't have that information. And so I think with these depositions, what we're really trying to do is get to the people who actually have personal knowledge, get to the people who are deciding. Has anybody actually asked anybody in El Salvador to facilitate his return? It sounds like the answer to that is no. Well, who is making the decision not to make that request? So I think getting to who it is that will be in those depositions is the first step. And then once you get the decision makers in there, right, it's what steps have you taken? It sounds like nothing. And then, well, why haven't these steps being taken? Are you planning to do anything to facilitate his return? What would that look like? So I think they're planning to get into those kinds of issues in these depositions, which will be critical to determining if there is going to be a contempt finding in that case.
I mean, it does feel like they are just blatantly not going along with her order. The response from somebody at DHS yesterday, the general counsel from DHS, was given the government's prior clear and unequivocal notice to the court regarding how the government will facilitate Abrego Garcia's return within the counters of existing law and regulation. There are no further updates. So she's asking for a daily update, and he's saying, we've already given you everything we've had. And she said, you've given me nothing. It's like we're taking crazy pills right now. Then there's Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen, who traveled to El Salvador yesterday to try to get Abrego Garcia home. And here's what he said about his meeting with El Salvador's vice president. Listen.
I asked the vice president if Abrego Garcia has not committed a crime, why is El Salvador continuing to hold him in CICOT? And his answer was that the Trump administration is paying El Salvador, the government of El Salvador, to keep him at CICOT.
Kristy, what do you make of that?
None of it makes any sense. There is an order in place from the court. I mean, that clearly says he could be removed to pretty much any other country. He cannot be removed to El Salvador. A judge found that if he were to be removed to El Salvador, he could be persecuted there. And so what do? They remove him to the one country that the judge said you can't remove him to, and they put him in a prison that is known for human rights abuses. I mean, this idea that this prison is somehow okay. I mean, in the court, what the Trump administration says in their court papers and then what they say on TV are two very different things. In the court papers, they say, well, there's no torture here. We would never torture anyone. And then you have these propaganda videos where we see exactly how these people are being treated, and it's horrific. And again, as you point out, he has never been charged either in El Salvador or in the United States, much less convicted of a crime. So there is no reason for him. You can deport someone and you can go through that process legally. There's no reason to put them in a foreign torture prison like that.